Coming up in this video, fun intuition exercises. It's not body exercise, so you can go ahead and eat that donut.
Unless you're on keto. And as always, if you have any questions or comments as we go relating to this topic, drop them in the comments, right?
More and more people are searching for how to plug into the other side of their mind and spirit.
How to hack their minds, access their guidance, and use their intuition.
Inquiring minds want to know, how do I trust my intuition? And how do I exercise it? How do I get that fit intuition that everybody's looking for?
You have to stop beating yourself up for not trusting yourself, which is what most people do with their intuition, and start looking under the hood to see how it really works. For those of you that do not know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From ZenetAcademy. So let's get into it though, kids. Do you remember that one scene from Star Wars? Star Wars fans were just Michael Jacksoning all over the place. And the scene from Star Wars where Obi-Wan was on the Millennium Falcon trying to teach Luke Skywalker. I forgot my Luke Skywalker doll. Okay, truth, guys, I have a Luke Skywalker action figure.
For real.
It's like dirty little secret. He was trying to teach Luke Skywalker to use his intuition. Do some thing to hit that floating ball, you know. He was like trying to hit the floating ball with his lightsaber blindfolded. Well, that's really, really hard to do, right?
So hard.
Okay, we're taking that away. It's not that easy. I really, like, when are you going to use that skill in real life, like at your daughter's Mexican friend's third birthday party? I mean, it's a super useless skill, right?
Right. Are you going to be that only adult in line trying to break the piñata with your magic skills, trying to show those 3-year-olds how it's done? Like, I've never done that. I always wanted to do that.
Oh my God.
But then I wanted to be a little kid.
He is a child. So I bet you don't get invited back, and also you ruin your 3-year-old social life, and you're probably going to get shunned and have to move out of the neighborhood. So that's
not the way to go. Okay, so we're going to give you some easier exercises that you can practice without a lightsaber or ruining your kid's social life and possibly, I don't know, accidentally slicing up the neighbor's dog instead of the piñata.
Yeah.
I learned that one the hard way.
Okay, so anyway, so some fun and safe intuition exercises today.
Now it's time for the good stuff. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Right.
Tip number 1, driving towards your intuition.
And we like to give you some life hacks that work into the everyday stuff that you're already doing.
So the first exercise is one that I used quite a bit before my kids drove, which was a lot of years, it seemed like. And I was in the car for, I kid you not, between karate and school and ballet and doctor's appointments, 4 hours on the average every day. And that's enough time to drive to the California beach from where we live in Las Vegas every day. Believe me, I thought about that. Hey kids, why don't we just go to the beach today?
Instead.
You spend that much money on gas anyway in the day, right?
So here's what you do. As you're driving, imagine seeing ahead in your mind to the next curve, the next street, not too far ahead, only a few seconds. What you're doing is you're building the anticipation, and that should be enough so that you're seeing the next few seconds, but being fully present in the moment, exercising that part of your mind.
So it's such a simple and easy thing to do. We don't really realize we could be practicing these things, integrating them into our life, which is what we really want to do. That's the end goal anyway.
Right.
And it's a simple, easy thing to do. You have time to do it every day, and it also works if you're in the passenger seat or on a bus.
Mm-hmm. So, and it works really fast to begin to see, sense, and know what is coming. Because remember, your intuition is that first primal instinct. And to practice it, we want to get back to sensing with your primal instinct, kind of getting that logical mind out of the way just enough for that intuition to start coming to the surface and trusting it more, practicing more, playing with it more.
So we're not going to promise that we're going to teach you how to use a lightsaber in Zennet Academy, but these are just the tip of the iceberg to get you started. When you're ready, our psychic development course goes even deeper.
Yep.
But really, we don't, it's so easy to integrate some stuff that you might not have even thought of. It's kind of easy because we think of like psychic development and intuitive development exercises like gotta sit. Like,
I gotta meditate for 45 minutes at a time, and it's just way too much.
You want it to become natural, and this is one way that works.
Right.
To just kind of make it natural. So hit the like button and give us some hearts if this is making sense. If you never thought of this easy driving exercise before, it's super easy and fun.
Hashtag mind blown.
And it works.
Yep.
So keep it simple, right?
Yep.
This one takes a little bit more preparation. Okay.
Yep.
Tip number 2. This one also works very well. And
Yep.
we've used it with students and in workshops for years.
Colored strips in an envelope. Okay, so that's kind of to wrap it up in a nice bow. You can do all kinds of different variations of this. So this exercise can be done with a group of colored objects of any type. You can do it with a set of colored pencils, crayons, maybe different strips of colored construction paper, sealed in a plain white envelope, or plain white envelopes. Different envelopes are different colors.
With your eyes closed, simply hold each one. Don't guess, because we have the tendency to I'm going to guess, I am the great Zimbabwe, whatever, right? Whatever, Zoltan. Don't guess, but allow the color to pop into your mind, be sensed or felt in your body in some way. This is the important part, is to allow it. Don't force it. Don't guess it. I'm tuning in, right?
The most important technique, or part of the technique, is to be playful with it. Don't treat it like a test. Just relax and play and let it come to you.
It's going to pop in. It's going to get faster. And so you're going to be surprised at how your accuracy improves the more you stop trying.
So skeptics of these types of exercises might say that, I don't know, after a while you're just guessing the color because some part of you is sensing on a very subtle level things like bumps that are unique to each pencil or maybe different variations of the envelope, so you know which one's which.
So here's what I have to say about that, because I always like to look at it from both sides.
Yes.
Even if that is true, which actually probably is true, because you are sensing more subtly, you have still fine-tuned your sense of touch and your sense of proprioception, let's throw that big word out there, to a very subtle level, which has rewired and rewires and is continuing to rewire some neural pathways to pay more attention to all those levels of subliminal perception that support your spidey senses.
That pokes a big fat hole in the myth of you've just trained your mind to be so receptive.
But you are training your mind to be so receptive, because you have lots and lots of senses, and they're all your senses. So I'm just going to blow a hole in that right there. Because even if it is,
that scientific explanation
actually works for the psychic explanation. So
is the same thing. So
that's what I'm saying.
You might have a new career ahead of you as a card shark if all else fails.
You probably make more money than as a psychic. And you, Nancy says Gemini both sides. Yeah, you know, I'm like the Gemini is the devil's advocate. I'm gonna look up the skirt of everything. So
Vanessa says all your videos are mind blowing and hashtag you guys are the best. That's awesome.
I like to see through everybody's eyes. So we do have even more exercises. These are just easy ones to get you started for opening your intuition in our psychic development course, which is part of Zennet Academy.
Right.
So that is that one. That's tip number 2, exercise number 2.
Yes.
I want you guys to start doing this week, and I want feedback on what happens, because there's always a great story that we get, sometimes in private messages. Love it if you put in the comments, because then everybody can share.
Let us know tomorrow on tomorrow's video if you did any of these exercises.
Now it's time to poll the audience. You guys know we like to get in your Zen heads.
Anybody seen Star Wars? Anybody?
I've never seen Star Wars. Han Solo.
So holy. He's my holy.
He's his holy man. This is
my holy man.
I've got Luke Skywalker. Okay, I'm going full nerd today, guys. So we want to know which side you're on. Are you a rebel, or are you part of the Empire?
Are you fighting for freedom, or are you holding on to the old rules because you don't know any better?
I've held on to the rules in parts of my life. You know, that's my Cancer side.
So let us know in the comments, hashtag rebel or hashtag empire. Which one do you
Rebel Empire. Or you like half and half?
What?
I was trying to make a word of 2 words.
No, that doesn't work.
No. Tip number 3.
And we're walking.
And we're walking. We hear that people don't have time to practice, don't have time to meditate, enough, guys. So, but you do all the time in your everyday life, which is the goal of meditation anyway, to make your whole life a meditation, as Joseph Campbell likes to say, or like to say. He still says it even though he's dead. So you don't have to sit and meditate. You can do it while doing really mundane things. And this one is a slower version of the driving exercise. A little bit different.
Really slow.
Now we're walking.
All, or at least most of us, go to the grocery store at some point. Go to any kind of a store at some point. You can also do the same type of thing when you're shopping anywhere. Or maybe hiking, walking to the bus stop.
You're going to see, you're going to sense or feel ahead what you will encounter around that turn. And you can go with this one, the driving, you don't want to anticipate more than just...
I'm feeling ahead.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So in the driving one, you don't want to anticipate too much farther, or you're supposed to be in the moment and just slightly ahead. Also, you're driving and you don't want to crash or lose attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, but you can still do it safely, because there is a part inside of your mind that will protect you. It's not going to make you go out of body and do crazy stuff.
But with walking, you have the freedom of sensing a little bit farther. So driving is good for that, fine-tuning your split-second intuition and paying attention to it faster. Walking works for like helping to be calm in that space between intuition and action.
Yep.
So you're going to see or sense or feel what you will encounter around that turn. Don't make it up. Don't guess. Just allow it to come into your awareness, just like you were in front of a TV monitor or like one of those training screens when you're driving or walking, and it's just unfolding in front of you.
So these tips are also going to give you better hood sense and situational awareness, by the way.
Like if you're in Compton, like hanging out.
Right. If you live in a dangerous neighborhood, this is a great one to practice if you have to walk a lot. We both grew up in sketchy areas, and I know this one kept us both alive on many occasions.
And which is why we both have the capability of going from like dignified to ghetto in like 10 seconds flat. It just happens, can't help it. Grew up in the hood. So our students do learn how to trust their intuition quickly and confidently, especially if they live in the hood. It's called psychic hood sense.
Real thing.
It's a real thing.
Legit.
Raise your hand if you kind of grew up in a dangerous and developed psychic hood sense.
If you developed psychic hood sense.
If you have that extra thing. So,
seeing a whole bunch of rebels out here. Nobody in the Empire. That's surprising.
I told David.
That's awesome.
I told David we're not going to have any Empire creepers on here.
Our people are rebels.
Or they're infiltrating. And they're really Empire.
No. Okay. And those aren't our people.
Are you excited that you have these tips, these exercises to do?
Is your mind blown right now? Like, but then again, you wouldn't be able to answer.
Yeah, because your brain's going to be all over the place. So have we cleared some mysteries or busted some myths for you today? Because we want to do something every day. We want to do it.
No. It's a revolution.
Yes.
We are fighting back against fairies and unicorns running amok, causing chaos and wreaking havoc.
So we do want to shout out one of our Zen heads, because every day we like to give a little bit of love back to one of you who shared your love with us publicly.
Yep.
Stephanie shared her experience with us recently on the Google machine. She said, I watched one of your YouTube videos and was impressed by your authenticity, knowledge, and experience. There is value in what you're receiving. You will have the best resource for development. So thank you, Stephanie.
Yes.
Going to give some love. We have learned that self-growth and developing your superpowers go together like sushi, Sapporo, and sake.
That's why we created our signature subscription membership, Zennet Academy, to bridge that gap. We are #rebels.
We always have been. We just, didn't know it when we were blindly part of the empire. So let's see if this is right for you. Are you tired of mediumship advice that is way too complicated?
Are you tired of people telling you that the intuitive arts are satanic?
Yeah, that is my eye roll every day. So here's where the Rebel Base lives. It's at Zennet Academy, where the revolution begins, and this is what it is. And if those sound good to you, then it might be a right fit for you.
So Zennet Academy is where the science of self-growth meets the magic of mysticism.
Because at the end of the day, we want to feel good and have fun. We do want to change the world as light workers, but honestly, we want to have fun and enjoy our life and enjoy each other and our relationships.
We want to make light work of it.
And light work, right? Because if we're making light work for everybody, you need to have that lightness for yourself too.
What do you need to do to get into the Academy, become part of the revolution? All of the info is down below. If you still have questions, comment with hashtag #TellMeMore or send us a message on Facebook at Zen Rose Garden. You will hit me directly. Well, don't hit me, but you're going to connect with me directly, and I'll answer any questions that you have. MND says, OMG, guys, I cannot say this enough right now. You guys are helping me open up, and I'm loving it.
That's
you guys,
what I love to hear. Love it.
You guys are the first to give me actual info.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, wow.
We're going down the middle, you know what I'm saying? Because we've got people that keep it super mystical and inaccessible, like the hidden secret knowledge of you have to stand on your head and spin around 25 times. And then we've got the super rigid, hyper rational that are like, it's all bullshit.
Yep.
And like the answer's really in the middle, right?
Yep.
Let's look at how we work as a whole instrument. So
and that's how we roll.
That's how we roll. So because
also says, I'm getting goosebumps.
We would be nothing if you guys weren't here. We'd just be talking to ourselves and then going, hey, let's get coffee.
We believe that you guys are something, and we want to give you those tools to step into your something, your special something that is you.
If you liked this video, hit the like button.
If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below.
We would love to hear from you. You give us ideas for new videos because you guys let us know those mysterious, secret, hidden things you can't crack that nobody's giving you the answer to out there.
And we help you crack
them. And we help you crack it because that is what we love to do.
So for more mind hacking pro tips,
be sure to subscribe
and click the bell to turn notifications on,
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you guys are choosing to spend that not only with us, but most importantly for yourselves, being a part of your own revolution. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.